was, well, I just woke up with the sun streaming in my window, and sorry, there's like so much noise going on the moment I've started. Interesting. So as you can hear in my voice is quite going through it, I would say. This is what's going on in the picture. But I've had a great sleep, and I just got up and got a wee coffee, and I thought, nah, I can't face a walk, so I'm going to stay in my bed. And my guides were like going on to me about, you need to get back to doing Ascension updates, and I was like, well, okay, not right this second, but it turns out, yeah. And anyway, so, you know, I had the word Ascension in my head, which is what I am. I'm an Ascension teacher, all these other labels we want to use. So I went in my office because I was going to see if my earbuds had charged. They don't seem to be working at all, so oh well. And I just picked up a random card on the floor, picked up 2 random cards on the floor, and I shit you not, it was this one. Ascension. The actual card's called Ascension. The Rainbow Bridge, which actually I've channel about some of my journeys, but it's also number 18. So 18 may be significant here. 63 may be significant to someone too. Or 6 and 3 is 9, and 9 is endings. But basically 18 is my birthday too, if you didn't know that, the 18th of April. But so yeah, but apart from it being my birthday, because birthdays aren't that exciting as we get older, I need to paint my nails too. I need to hide my nails. I don't like when my nails aren't painted. It's also the full moon in Libra on the 16th, so the 18th is still very much in the full moon energy, and the full moon is about, the Libra full moon specifically is love and partnership, long-term relationships. It can be marriage, union definitely, because marriage is union, so it doesn't need to mean literal marriage in the sense that we know it to be. It can be the union. It's also, yeah, balancing your feminine, masculine energy, anything basically about love and partnership, love, peace and harmony. So I'm good. So it's an important one basically. And I'm going to read this now. So you have been, but the reason I'm reading this, right, is because these synchronicities happen to me 24/7, but I felt really guided that other people needed it, and it's because of the Ascension symptoms are particularly strong. Now, I don't tend to meet too many people unless they're like people that are close in my soul family, actually. So yeah, that's why I'm being guided to say that get it quite as rough as me with stuff like this, you know, like because of the way that I clear and transmute energy for the collective, especially, and others, it can often have me glued to my bed, which obviously isn't pleasant and it can cause issues, but I've still managed to get my work done, which has basically just been the course. So I've not been doing personal sessions because I didn't have energy for that, but I've been able to still do the course with the ladies, and like I say, it's kept my energy up as well, because I don't feel ill. You know what I mean? That's what's weird. It's like I've got the symptoms of being ill, but I don't feel. But it's not weird. I've had it. It's Ascension flu, but still, I'm taking it easy when I'm guided to. So, Ascension, the Rainbow Bridge. So I just really wanted to say that as we 441 caught my eye, that yeah, it started off like, you know, like a sore throat, and like say, I don't get sore throats because I used to suffer that when I was younger, when I wasn't speaking my truth and all that, but I speak my truth on the regular. But I just felt collectively it was this is what many people were going through, is like throat chakra activations. And I've seen so many confirmation of that, of other people channeling the same. And I hadn't actually saw anything like that when I was coming out with that. It's like when I was going on about root chakra downloads and activation and that, I didn't see that anywhere either. It was just my guides telling me, and then I saw lots of confirmation. So it was clearing a lot of energy. So I feel that maybe people that don't know too much about what Ascension is full stop, and just about how they're feeling, maybe just to put some people's minds at ease if you are experiencing like Ascension symptoms, because obviously they can be very 555, big change, very, very scarily similar to the other symptoms, which I don't mean to make light of people not feeling well, because it's not nice, but it's interesting, the new list of symptoms of the V, the thing that gets a lot of attention in the world. That's made me laugh, because V starts, other words start with V. It's like crazy, because like the symptoms are like, all right, okay, so that means everybody's had this their whole life, because that is actually all symptoms of everything. But anyway, the point is, it's not nice when you don't feel well, so rest, because you need to rest to allow this light to come into your body. If you're resonating with it being Ascension, if you are really ill and you're like, no, this isn't Ascension, this is flu, colds, the Rona, whatever, then just, yeah, either way, whichever one resonates, look after yourself, look after your physical vessel. So, you have been growing spiritually, and your consciousness is expanding. It is transforming your experience of the material world from something you must control and conquer into a living expression of the radiant divine. As your appreciation of love for the material world becomes more unconditional, so too does the light that can flow into your aura, chakras, and physical body. As you physically expand, you may need more rest, healing, and meditation than usual. By the way, guys, I've been doing nothing but all of that. I'm meditating like 3 times a day at least, sometimes more, to really bring in this energy. And also, my downstairs neighbour is still coughing. Like, that has been days, so I'm not entirely convinced that I haven't really, my heart hasn't kept going out to her. And this is a lot of feeling her stuff too. It's definitely me going through my own ascension process and, like I say, clearing for the collective, but it's definitely because when I can literally hear someone in pain, or I feel them, my guides get to work. So yeah, anyway, sending love to whoever is coughing out there like that. It's not pleasant. As you psychically expand, you may need more, yeah, I just read that bit, than usual to integrate this increasing degree of light in the consciousness that awakens within you. The rainbow bridge is a term for the channel of light that moves through your chakra system and along your spine, allowing spirit to enter your body and stimulate the development of your soul. Now, if you do my journeys, you'll know that I take people over a little chakra bridge. Same thing, rainbow bridge, chakra bridge. I often do talk about the rainbow bridge and some of them as well. Which again, it just comes in when channeling, because sometimes I'm like, rainbow bridge. But the first time I done that years ago, I was like, is that the animals? But there we go, we're getting told about it now. Probably why I see rainbows all the time. And it's quite funny, because in the group, one of the ladies that had actually shared that they saw a double rainbow the other day, and I thought about it after. That's what used to happen all the time, right after someone had had a session with me. In a group that I had at the time, people would be like, oh, I'm seeing rainbows everywhere. That was right after I spoke to Claire. And that woman actually sees rainbows all the time. She's closely connected to me, but you know who you are. But she said she hadn't seen one in ages, so I love that, because we're all doing that group together. And I'm sorry to say, guys, you are missing out if you didn't join that, because, yeah, we're moving through it right now. We're moving through the rough stuff to get to the light, the sun coming in. But there's a lot of amazing synchronicities coming in as well, so if I ever run it again, don't miss out. Right. Did I read that bit? Anyway, you can read it yourself too, but I'm right. So, as your chakras become stimulated by the increasing influx of spiritual light, a clearing process begins which supports the consequent expansion of your consciousness. But that is what can feel like shit, guys. So, if you're not used to this, this is what I'm sharing for. And like I say, you can hear I've not got a lot of energy, so it's amazing how my guides will just make my hands just go to. I really see it as God doing it, to be honest. Like, whatever though, the light beings like make my hands go to just a card, you know, and it's not a coincidence I had that word in my head and then I pick up a card that's called Ascension. So somebody really needed to hear this. Whether you know about Ascension or not, you needed to hear this. This clearing is like a spiritual detoxification. It clears blocks from your mind, which, remember, is what I do anyway with everything that I do. Emotional body, physical body, as well as your soul. Actually, this is everything that I do for people, such as unresolved past life issues, everything I hold space for. I just saw synchronicity. As these blocks are broken down, processed emotional trauma stored in your organs and nervous system can be released and your energy field becomes more spacious. This creates room for an increase of spiritual light. As a result, you feel clear about who you are and why you're here, and others see more clearly when they're in your field. You become more powerful, your energy field continues to clear itself. Got an itchy nose. Attracting more spiritual light, becoming more visible beyond the physical limits. Others can be supported by your light, even if they cannot see your physical body. You're growing as a light worker and helping humanity increase in ways whilst enjoying your own spiritual growth. Can I just say this can also be because your twin flame is going through this in a big way for possibly the first time. So you could be feeling their stuff as well as your own. You're opening to new consciousness now. With this comes new insight, awareness, and awakening or deepening of your soul talents, such as healing, clairvoyance, clairvoyance, channeling, or telepathy. And remember, not only is this obviously everything that I have been able to do my whole life, really, and then it got heightened in my different dark nights of soul, heightened spiritual awakening, and I'm kind of terrified how much that's going to heighten after. It's already been heightened, and I'm like, God, I didn't think any of that could get to that level, more levels. But yeah, this is happening to you as well. If you're watching this, if you want this to happen to you, this is happening to you. I've been channeling this for the past 7 years that I've been online, that one day everyone would be able to do the stuff that I can do if you felt like you weren't. So get ready, be of integrity. We're all reading minds these days. Your channels are being cleared and activated. And remember, people's energy gets activated by being around me offline or online anyway, because that's what I'm here to do for people. And it says rest. So I'm homing in on that because that's what a lot of us find difficult to do. And even if you're not actually cutting about, moving about, you know, being busy, your mind could be busy, and that's definitely for me. Like, but even yesterday, I done as I was told and I stayed in bed. And then the day before, though, I did get out for a walk, which I don't regret because it did make me feel better. But then when I got in, I done housework all day. So when I got in my bed, my feet were buzzing, you know, when you're like, oh shit, I've overdone it. But like, definitely overdone it because I wasn't feeling well. When I say wasn't feeling well, it's really hard to explain. I know it's not like a cold or the actual flu or anything, because in between I've got all this energy. So it's like, yeah, that's the only way I can describe it. But it's just that it's rough on the physical vessel. And like I say, because I do clear for the collective, I go through it so that I can talk about it, which is why I'm on here. Just saw 1440, now it's 1444. By the way, when I mention this, it's because it draws your attention. It helps you wake up as well. Open up and allow. Be patient and trust in the process. If emotional content arises and you're concerned you might be falling back in old habits, do not be afraid. Find ways to express what you're feeling. And by the way, it's Cancer Moon, which is about feelings. And Aries Sun, raw. So it's raw feelings right now. All the feels. Feeling through writing, therapy, dance, music, art, sound, conscious movement. Explore your personal expression and allow for spiritual expansion. This oracle brings an additional message from Spirit. Hold on. Ascension can be a wild ride. I say it all the time. It's why I always use the roller coaster emoji. Anything is possible. The past is not an indicator. The future is not set. This is a moment to cultivate your deeper feelings of spiritual love and peace. That's the key one. Twin flames, guys. Simply allow the genius of life to flow through you in whatever way it chooses. During Ascension, your life can change quite dramatically. And I more feel it's the divine masculine's lives, whether you're a guy or a gal out there or whatever you identify as, that lives are changing in a big, big way and have been for quite a while. So we're sending love to all the divine masculines out there and everyone out there, but specifically that's what I feel. And I know that because of my clients. Simply allow the genius of life to move through you in whatever way it chooses. I just said that. The Rainbow Bridge empowers us to rise from one reality to another. Even if your outer world doesn't change radically, internally you will feel as though you're living a different life. And I feel like that, by the way, totally. Like I've loved my life for a long time now. Whether my money's great or not so great, and like I say, it's always up and down, or whether it's despite, I would say, going through lots of different changes and with relationships around me over the past few years, just shown me how strong I actually am. Yeah, blah 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 blah. But what I'm saying is, I'm really feeling those new earth energies big time, and being pushed more than ever to step into max capacity, like your full power. That's how I feel. I don't know, that's the best way I could explain it, so in case anyone else feels me out there. Eventually the physical world changes will follow. So that's again what I'm saying. A lot of you may be going through all of this change in your body, your mind, your soul, your emotions, like purging basically, which can look like anything. You could be throwing up, it could be the other end, it could be I bet you a lot of what people have got will think hay fever, because I did think, oh, is that what this is? Could come on strongly. It's anything to clear it. It's like when I've said before, like actually nearly a year ago, when I had this urge to have champagne, which I later regretted. But again, I don't regret it because it was meant to happen, so that I'm like, wow, I'm not doing that again. But the point is, it was obviously I needed to clear energy because I threw up the whole the next day. And I basically believe any time that's happened to me, it was a not so nice way of me clearing energy. But obviously I didn't consciously know that. I just have worked it out over the years. It's kind of like, right, I honestly feel like, see, even like the other week there, I ate something that I was allergic to. Not seriously allergic, but it just, it just makes me feel like shit. And I was like, that was because I wasn't facing up to clearing something in another way. So they're like, right, we're going to clear it this way. So, because I had to lie down basically. But I was babysitting, so it was fine. I was going to bed early anyway. Because I knew they were going to wake me up. Right, and they did. Probably because they go on a wee... Well, not probably. They go on a wee shamanic journey. Definitely when the wee one sleeps next to me, it's like she has nightmares, so it's like I take her on a wee shamanic journey, which is like it'll feel like a dream to her. But anyone that sleeps next to me goes on a journey, guys. And they get the healing. It's funny. Like you say, I don't, like, even if I'm like, don't do that, my guys still do it. Obviously asking their higher selves permission goes without saying. Enjoy crossing the rainbow bridge in a new consciousness, dear one. But that's what I'm saying. You might not be enjoying it. It might be pretty rough. But I'm enjoying it, actually. I've got my books. I've got my notes. I'm going to clear my phone today because all of it's full. My WhatsApp's full. My emails are full. I'm now getting all the warnings being like, it's full. It's like, okay, I get it. Fucking hell, I'm going to clear it. So obviously I'm clearing the mind. You have everything you need. You're ready for this. It's meant to be. Right, okay. So listen up. Here's the invocation. I call upon the unconditionally loving guidance that can assist me with mercy, grace, protection, support through my ascension process. I accept this opportunity to grow spiritually and shift from one reality to a higher vibrational reality. I accept the opening of my chakras into a more loving consciousness. I accept the changes happening in me and my life due to this spiritual growth. May I be held in tenderness and compassion as I release lower vibrational patterning and embody my authentic divinity. May the beings of unconditional love who assist the anchoring of a loving rainbow bridge of light upon this planet for the greatest good of all beings be empowered and invited to do so now. Through my own free will, so be it. And I also pulled, I'll probably just read it. I also pulled another card at the same time as picking up that. I just, again, when I say pulled them, I picked them up off the floor because I need to go into my office and clear all that. I pulled this one, which kind of screams sacral chakra to me, but it didn't sound, well, it actually did sound like it, but so yeah, second ray of wisdom. I'm going to read it all, but basically says, it says about being magnetic, very divine, feminine, very empress energy I was going about. The challenge with this ray, given that it's so magnetic and attractive, is learn to discern and say no when you need to. Imagine a fisherman who casts a very wide net and catches most of the ocean with it. Not everything is useful or even desired by the fisherman. While some things are gratefully accepted by the fisherman, other things are best returned to the ocean where they belong. Being able to trust in the future abundance is important. Yeah, so that feels important as well, being able to trust right now that it will all make sense one day. I'm going to put it on this picture. Because this is what's happening. Whether you're a man or woman or whoever out there, you are transforming to hold more light. And it's intense, especially if you'd ran away from this previously. Or even if you hadn't run away from it, you're still always going through it. Like, say, I've been going through this since, who knows, probably since birth, but like, been going through the ascension process a long, long time anyway. But there's always more going on, you're being taken to new levels. And like I say, I know particularly when I'm going to my bed, it's, like I like to say, it's collective stuff. Sometimes in the past it's taken me ages to work that out, but I know now and I just rest. And I don't need to know whether it's just mine and collective, or whether I'm feeling other people's pain. It's always a bit of all of it. And as long as I just do as I'm told and I rest, it's all good. Again, if you've ever read any Dolores Cannon stuff, which I've pretty much followed a lot of her path without meaning to, she speaks about this, about needing to stay still at this time to integrate the light and stuff. So, people brought that through in their sessions when they were under, past life regression and stuff. And lots of people have brought that through in my sessions. So once I have the energy to get back to my personal live sessions, if you want to have a starseed past life regression to see what your soul says about all of this, which you can't lie in, so it's amazing the stuff that comes through in hypnosis, then it would be an honour to do that for you. It's really helped free people from where they feel trapped in their everyday life, getting stuff through about past lives, whether that be to do with their twin flame journey, their twin flame mission, your calling. Are you doing what makes your soul happy? Are you being with the people that you're meant to be with at this time? What else comes through? It can be simple things. Like, I remember one person's session, she just said, like, I can't remember, something about feeling stuck in an area of life, and like she was meant to be doing something, And then when we went back, and she went back to a past life. Yeah, we sorted. I can't go into detail. Actually, well, yeah, I could, but we went. Yeah, we basically sorted out what it was in the past life, and then it's sorted out in this life, and that's basically what happens. Sorry, that's a really simplistic example of it, but it's that it could change your life basically. And with someone else, I remember, because that wasn't a starseed one. The starseed ones are amazing. Basically, people just become like energy, like light, like balls of light is common, and they're just describing that they're not doing a whole lot, but they're really content, or that they're just hanging out, in the energy with their twin flame, like. But like that's why we're being guided to rest and not do a whole lot, because it's like I feel like it's that's what a lot of us used to do wherever the friggin' hell we've come from. But we were content, it wasn't as busy, and there wasn't all this chaos and drama and busyness. It was just peace, which is probably why a lot of us love to be alone. Love to be alone, or love to be with our twin flame if you're lucky enough to be with them. Or by the sea. That's me, isn't it? Right, so I'm going to get going, guys, because I'm not going to go back to sleep, but I'm going to drink my coffee and I'm going to just chill out. So I hope that, and that's helped me. That's helped me feel a wee bit better by getting that message out. So I hope this found who it needs to. And like I say, if you want to book a personal session, I might be feeling up to it next week. I feel like I will. But we'll just cross that bridge when we come to it. And yeah, I'll see you on the flip side, mother. I don't normally say that, but that's what came out. Take care of yourself. It's Cancer Moon. That's always when we need to love ourselves a little harder. It's when we can, mother other people too much. And yes, I know I'm on here delivering a message for you guys. But like I say, I do channel Mother Mary. I do bring that mothering energy to people. And I feel it's especially important for the people out there that really don't understand a lot of this, and maybe might be making it's not a mistake, because if you're worried it's important you go to a doctor, but if you're going to the doctor and the doctor can't find anything wrong with you, particularly when this has happened to me for the past like 10 years anyway, maybe longer. When I was in my dark night soul and I had a pain in my chest, which was very reflective of a serious chest infection that I had for like, I don't know, it was like 9 months or something. I got sent for all these tests. They couldn't find anything. Like, the doctors were baffled, because they were like, it's almost like you haven't even got a chest infection, but I can see how laboured it is for you to breathe. And it was just, I got this amazing locum doctor who was like, she went, do you do any kind of yoga or like meditation? I was like, yeah, I do. And she was like, are you like a healer? I was like, yeah. And she was like, this is spiritual. I was like, oh my God. So just saying, if doctors, as you know them, aren't coming up with any reasons for why you're feeling like that, then you're going to have to do what I do. You're going to have to breathe through it. You're going to have to meditate through it. If it is hard for you to breathe right now, I know that's horrible, because I have had panic attacks from that. And I know that's happening to some of you out there that I'm in contact with. So just, like I say, meditation's my go-to. Sage, whatever clears your energy, whatever helps you stay calm, do all of that. And I'm sending you so much love. Love and light. I don't like the term love and light, but I'm sending you love. I'm sending you light. I'm sending you love. And I'm sending you a big plea for you to do your shadow work. Face what you're running from. Because when you're willing to go into the dark like that and face what you're running from, that's when the sun will come out again. It'll let even more light than you've ever known. You'll be the happiest you've ever been when you face what you're running from. Aries season is all about being brave, being bold, being playful, having a lot of fun, you know, letting your inner child do that again, like run free. So whenever you need to do a bit of that, it's time to do that. Right, send you lots of love, and I'm gonna get back to my chilling out. How do I turn that off? There. See you later.